It's really up to you guys.
Oh, Rami working with the police,
Okay.
coordinating, plotting. I see what's going on here.
Real.
Hey, Mr. Paul, you look nice. I like your outfit.
What's up, man? This is business outfit, bro. The boss.
I need,
Hey,
Leo, Leo.
Slax, come here. I got
Can you give me a ride to the clothing store so I can change this really fast? I already have the outfit.
I'm not a taxi.
Please, bro.
Yeah, tell
Hi, lady. Bye, lady.
What's going on, Mr. Paul?
I can give you a rundown if you want later down the line, right? But I want you to know. All right. I've been here. I've been in the city a long time. Okay.
I believe you. Mm-hmm.
And today was one of the worst display of policing I have ever seen, ever. And it's not by a small margin. We're talking, it's by a margin that is appalling. Honestly, if you knew what I knew, deadass, you would strip out of that outfit and you just become a civilian flat out, or a criminal, to be honest. It's an insult. You wear this badge. It's an insult. It is an insult to yourself that you're wearing that shirt right now. Should feel terrible.
Paul, why do you feel that way? What makes you feel that way?
Okay, listen. So earlier, I got bonked flat out. I was running away, like, because I was getting chased by a bunch of fucking crazies, like, right? I literally just cop rolls up. All they see is me getting just absolutely bonked on, right? And then she stays there, right? This Ruth person, and then I get bonked again in front of her, right? And then she runs up to me and she starts like cuffing me and shit, whatever. And I'm like, "What are you doing? Like, I think you're kind of dumb, right?" And she's like, "Nah, whatever." She's gonna act all tall, and the predictable thing happens. The boys come back, the guys that hit me, and they bonk her down. And I'm like, "Well, I mean, shit. What do you expect? You're kind of stupid, right?" So that's already bad, but whatever. And then they do the whole thing: frisk, cuff, GSR, search, the whole wazoo. I'm like, I don't care about that, right? And I'm like, guys, like,
Okay.
as far as you know, I'm just a victim of an assault. Like, this is kind of stupid. Like, I just got, like,
Right.
that
You
was
just got
like
attacked.
an attempt to do like an execution on the side of the road. That's for all they know, right? I mean, come on now. So whatever. And they're like, well, in a fight, if there's a fight, I'm like, well, what do you mean a fight? I didn't fight back. I got executed, nearly, or attempted anyway. So then, like, they say, well, in a fight, or when somebody uses a weapon or whatever, or in any like thing like that, we frisk and then search and then arrest and whatever and do the whole 9 yards. And they spent an hour arguing with me that like this is what we call protocol, SOP. We uphold that. It's protocol. Don't bother. Like, you're wrong about this. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So now I know that this is protocol, right? This is what you guys do, or at least what they tell me, right? Now then, we roll up at Legion Square, right?
Right.
A massive brawl unleashes where I'm a part of this. I get fucking full on rammed by a intentionally vehicle, right? I get knocked out. This guy is going wild, stabbing, bonking, slamming, but and then I get brought to the hospital, right? And they treat me, and I see all the people roll in, right? All the other people that just destroyed everybody, like with violent crimes, not self-defense.
Right.
None of them get frisked. None of them get searched. None of them get questioned. They walk free, and I get arrested. I get arrested for yelling. They said it's a potential disturbing the peace. This is what they told me. So I'm the one getting arrested for bringing up a concern, and then they would not even uphold the standard that they themselves set some hours previously. And it was the same officers on duty, Ruth and Cornwood, that said that they would do that, and they just went against. And then they said, "Why? This is stupid." And then I got raided for I don't even know what.
What do you mean? I'm not about to laugh.
Did they not
Like-
tell you?
How I sound.
Did you not get a receipt?
No, of course not.
No, not right
A receipt?
now.
What is this? Like a bank? Like a fucking like a store?
No, they should provide you with what they have either taken from your house.
Oh, they took
your
nothing.
apartment.
I was clean like a whistle.
Right into it just yet. I need to learn.
And this happened just now?
Yeah. So every cop that was on the first scene with me, right? You know what Ruth said? I'm not gonna about them. She looked at me dead in the eye, right? I said, look at me. She said, okay. And then she says, and I'm not kidding. Oh, at the time, there was other scenes happening and people being hurt, so we didn't have the manpower to deal with it. So we let them all walk free. And I was like, you said what? That's not an excuse. We've had times where we were 20 in the hospital with only 2 cuffs on duty, and they just cuffed all of us. And all it did is that it slowed the process down, but they would still do correct policing. Now, what the fuck kind of policing is this?
So it depends, Mr. Paul, because sometimes if we're outnumbered, us trying to detain everybody on scene would cause more further escalation to where now the officers are getting hurt too as well. So
No, we're in the hospital at that point. Hospital. 6 cops, like 4 or 5 criminals. And they're just getting like, they're like brushing them. They're just kind of saying hello. And they just walk free. Even the criminals, they walked out the front door and they said, hey, what's up, man? Like, bye, dude. After like just fucking bonking us. Like, what the fuck is that?
Right.
And then she calls me
like a suspect.
And then she calls me, yeah, man, like you have no place to talk, like you police robber. When the fuck was I charged with robbing a police officer? What the fuck is that?
You've only been charged with possession of criminal use of or criminal possession of firearm.
Which, as
right?
far as I'm concerned, I could have found or been given or.
Correct. It's not the robbery, it's just having the possession.
So, what the fuck kind of treatment am I getting now? This is just getting weird.
If you'd like to file a complaint, I can take one, and I'll speak with the other captains as well about this kind of just a discussion you brought up because I want to hear this feedback. So I'm more than happy to bring it up the chain.
All right. I mean, if I was Ruth, right? Retrospectively, if I looked at my day and I did what I did and I did all that and I said all that, I would downgrade myself automatically, right? Give everybody on duty some fucking what do we call that? Dabs or whatever the fuck across the board for being around and not saying anything about it, right? And then I would take a fucking day of leave and just fucking let it sink in. What the fuck is that? Like,
I understand how you feel, Mr. Paul, but there's always 2 sides to a story, with all due respect.
yeah, feel free, bro. Feel free, bro.
And like I said, I got your shot. I'm gonna go speak with her and see what's going on. Okay?
No, you got it, man.
All right.
No, man.
I appreciate you having a conversation with me. You know, I'd rather have these conversations instead of gang, bang, bang. You know, fuck off. You know, kind of thing. You know, I prefer that instead.
Well, I mean, you're like the only cop on duty that will actually listen to something and process information regardless. I gotta be honest with you. This Ruth person, like flat out, listen, I get it, this is just my perspective, right? When she sent me at the hospital yelling and shit, I do believe that she went against what she told me out of spite, just so that, like, it would sting more for me.
She's saying she's not operating in good faith and she's being vindictive in her actions.
Yeah. From my perspective, like, you know, earlier with the way they treated me, she was like, nah, let's give these guys like what this guy wanted earlier, and let's fucking dangle it in his face type shit. And I think that's just weird.
Okay.
It's not
I'll bring up these concerns for sure. I'll bring that up.
All right. Well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for the conversation.
See, I really was mad, right? But there comes a point where like you're so mad, right? You go past that. Now you become disappointed. Now that's just flat out disappointing. It's like a thing that's like, now you kind of go towards sadness, like, what the fuck? Yeah, so that's it. That's where I'm at. All right, I'll see you in there.
All right.
So where's that, upstairs or downstairs?
It's upstairs. It's in the big one.
All right.
I mean, this court case will have a lasting effect on your case as well with that possession charge.
Too late, get a new one.